Hey, I'm Steve Krenz for Guitar Gathering. Welcome to this guitar workout, play-along guitar workout on the 20 turnarounds for jazz guitar. We're going to take you through a bunch of concepts and a bunch of exercises, so you're going to need your guitar with you. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. That will help us out, and if anytime that we go live, you will get a notification of that. So thank you for subscribing for that. You're going to need to download the PDF for tonight. You can just go down to the link that's in the YouTube description down below, and that will get you to the PDF for tonight of 20 turnarounds for jazz guitar. So go ahead and grab your guitar. We're going to open up that PDF to page 4. Last time, there's a lesson that goes with this, which I'll put the link down in the YouTube description below, that describe what we're talking about with these turnarounds. It's a part of a jazz song that sets up the next section of the song, whether it's the verse or the chorus or the solo section or something like that. Remember, the turnaround is usually 2 bars long. It's usually the first bar is usually some sort of more of a tonic feel. The second bar is usually more of a dominant feel. So that's what we're going to go for. Usually they have about 4 chords that go through those, but the variation in them is where the fun happens. So if you're ready, go ahead and grab your guitar and let's take a look at page 4 of the PDF. We're going to look at number 1. I realize that some of these chord shapes may be new to you, but that's the fun. You don't have to, if you don't have to learn everything. Don't get overwhelmed with it. Just grab a couple of things. See if you can incorporate them into your playing and see if you can enjoy the rich harmonies that we're going to discover in jazz. Remember, the difference between a regular guitar player and a guy who knows a bazillion chords is really you just know 3 more chords than the guitar player next to you, and that's where this comes in. So I gave you a bunch of opportunity to learn some new chords. So here you go. Take a look at number 1. This is a 1, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5 in the key of C. So that would be a C, an A minor, a D minor, and a G7. And I've got it voiced as a C major 7th, an A minor 7th. Play those with me. D minor 7th, G7, and C major 7th. All right, so we will try and play those together. Try and play this, and we'll go ahead and repeat that exercise too, just like it shows on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7th, A minor 7th, D minor 7th, G7. Do it again. C major 7th, A minor 7th, D minor 7th, G major 7th, or G7, and a C major 7th. Okay, we're going to play this one more time. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Just leave that on the screen, and maybe you can play the full chord. You can arpeggiate the chord, whatever you choose to do. Let's do it one more time, a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. Pay attention to where some of the chord shapes just go down to the 2nd string. Good. Take a look at the next one. Now, one of the tools that we can use is adding color tones to these. So we're just like ornaments on a Christmas tree. These color tones are just going to add ornamentation. So 9ths, 11ths, 13ths, and then we'll also get into non-diatonic tones like a sharp 5 or a flat 5 or something like this. But number 2 deals with ones that occur right in the major scale. So that first chord, where we did have a C major 7th, we're going to take our pinky off and we have a C major 9th, a really pretty C major 9th. An A minor 9th instead of the A minor 7th. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one there. Hey, look at that. That's just the 2nd and 3rd finger on the 4th and 3rd strings, and then the rest is open. That's a great chord. Works great in a lot of styles. D minor 11th. This one is a little bit of a stretch. 2nd finger on the lowest string, the 5th string, then 1st finger way over here. That's the big stretch. And then, if you can, bar that 1st finger to where we get the high G note in there. The last one is a G13 Sus. 3rd finger as the lowest string, then we skip that 5th string. Remember, the 3rd finger, his little back end is sitting on that 5th string, so it kind of mutes it out. And then it doesn't stop at the second string. It goes all the way down and gets that open E right there. So those are the 4 chords. So here we go. Let's play number 2. 1, 2, C major 9th, go. C major 9th, A minor 9th, D minor 11th, G13 suspended. Don't let the big names fool you. Do it again. C major 9th, A minor 9th, D minor 11th, G13th. Maybe arpeggiated. Do it one more time. A minor 9th, D minor 11th, G13th. If this is going too fast for you, remember you can go down to the bottom of the YouTube video on the lower right-hand side. There's a little gear, and after our live broadcast, you can go back and do it and adjust the speed, and it'll adjust it down to 75 or even 50% if you want. Take a look at the third one. All right, now we've switched it up a little bit, and instead of the 1, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5, C, A minor, D minor, G, we're going to substitute that, take that A out of there, and we're going to put in, between the 1 and the 2, just a sharp 1 diminished chord. A diminished chord, remember, helps connect chords. It can approach them from underneath, like we're doing now, the C sharp going up to the D minor. But, I'm sorry, it starts on the E flat. Sorry, it could also go down, the E flat like it is in this one, down to the D minor. There you go. So we have a C sixth to the E flat diminished, one step above our target chord, going down to the target chord, and then the G13th. I've got a little bit of a melodic line happening there. The C sixth, the E flat diminished. Okay, you see if you can play it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, E flat diminished, D minor 7th. There you go, G13th. Do it again, do it again. If you can't grab all of these chords fast enough, just pick every other one. Do it one more time, maybe arpeggiated. Ends up on a C6 there to end it up with. Take a look at number 4. You're doing great. So the C6, I'm going to add another little bit of ornamentation to it. We're going to turn that into a C6-9. Very good jazz chord. You'll notice the 6th sounds a bit more stable and uncluttered from the major 7th. There's the major 7th, so a lot of times they're used kind of, not interchangeably, but substituting for one for the other. There's the major 7th sound. There's the 6th sound. So the 6th sound is not quite as harmonically dense as the major 7th. So there's the 6-9. Let's get into some tonalities that are non-harmonic tones. So we have an A augmented 7th. Okay. Then a D minor 9th. Adding some color tones in there to these. The G, I've turned into a G augmented with that D sharp at the top there. So a very rich sounding. See how the harmonic tones give a different pull than tones that are regularly in the scale. Remember, there's diatonic. Diatonic means within the scale, within the key. And then harmonic means outside of those. And that's where these chords fit in there. All right, here we go. Let's play it. Number 4. Ready, go. C6-9, A augmented, D minor 9th. Come on, we're starting to sound like jazz players. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Do it one more time. 1, ready, go. One last time. Maybe I can do back and forth. little tricks that we can do back and forth in a tonality. Hey, we've done major ones. Let's look at number 5 and turn it into minor. So we're going to do a minor progression now. A C minor, you could do 1/6 minor, 2/5 is what we've been doing in major, but when I switch to the minor, it takes a little bit of a different twist. So the 1 then becomes minor. The 2 ends up being a minor 7th flat 5, or a half diminished. It's the same chord. Okay. The 5 typically turns into an augmented, maybe even a flat 9 as it says right down there, just to give a little bit more tension. The 6, when I'm in minor, turns into be a flatted 6, an A flat, but it would be a major, and we turned it into a major 7th here. So those chords, play them with me. C minor 7th. This is number 5, bottom of page 4, A flat major 7th. D half diminished, that's what that circle with the slash is. Then G augmented, just let that pinky fall down there and cover both of those last 2 strings. Okay, let's see if we can play it in tempo now. 1, 2, ready, go. C minor 7th, A flat major 7th, D half diminished, G augmented flat 9, C minor 7th, just scooting up into these chords. Maybe I can go a half step below. Great job. Hey, look at the next page. All right, this is page 5, and we're going to look at number 6. We're a fourth of the way through our 20 turnarounds, and they're going to get increasingly more complex, let's say. Not complicated, but complex. Let's say that. Hey, we're going to switch keys. We've been in kind of the key of C with the 5th string, so now let's go to something that has a 6th string root on it. So we're going to do a G major 7th, okay? We've already known that form. The 6 minor in the key of G would be an E minor, but we've substituted there a G sharp diminished to help get us to the 2 chord, A minor 11th, and the D13th. Sus, a really easy chord. Sounds more complicated than it is, just a bar and your 3rd or 4th finger there. Look how that, if I go down to the 2nd string, I have a D in all 3 of the first 3 chords, and then we finally go to something else after that, okay? And then we end up on the G6-9. Okay, so let's try that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, G major 7th, G diminished. There you go. A minor 11th, D13th. Do it again, do it again. One last time, make sure you got it. G6-9. There you go, there you go. Hey, take a look at the next one. This is number 7. Now we're going to start adding some chromatic things. So one of the ways that we can help tie things together is by bass movement. We talked about that in the lesson. This one, look, I have a G on number 7, and B flat, and A flat, G. I'm approaching that A from a half step above, the B flat down to the A. I'm approaching the G that it's going to from a half step above. So it's just little tricks, okay? So we start off with a G6-9. Then I go to a B flat 9 with a flat 5, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, and 1st finger is barring 2 strings. We're just stopping at that 2nd string. We're not going past that 2nd string just yet. We have an A minor 7th, an A flat major 7th. It's like our major 7th shape here, but I've got to switch my fingers around, put my 2nd finger on the lowest note. And that leaves my 1st finger free to catch that, and then bar it down to the 1st string. All right, right, so let's play this together. 7, 2, ready, go. G6, 9. Just down to the second string, B flat. There you go. A minor 7th. A flat major 7 flat 5. Do it again. A flat major 7. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Rich sounding that is. Then we just slide the whole picture down for the last chord. Gets a little bit of an altered sound there with that flatted 5. Take a look at number 8. All right, here we're going to have a common tone, another trick that we can use to tie an otherwise complicated progression together. In this one, we have a G major 9th. And notice I've got my second string D as the highest note. Second finger, pinky, first finger, third finger. So I got my third finger on that second string D. Then we go to a B flat major with the D still there. It's not on the second string anymore, it's on the third. Then we go to E flat major 7th, still with the D as the top. A flat major 7th, still with the D as the top. And then back to the G major 9th. Okay, so let's play this one. In fact, let's just do 4 beats on each. Since this one's a little bit more complicated, let's do 4 beats on each. 1, 2, number 8, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Now the B flat major 7th. 1, 2, 3. E flat major 7th. A flat major 7th. Do it again, do it again. You're doing great, doing great. Do it again. 2, 3. B flat major 7. E flat major 7. A flat major 7. Flat 5. There you go. All right, now we're going to play the same progression, but we're going to do it as it's written with just 2 beats each. 1, 2, number 8, ready, go. B flat major 7th. There you go. E flat major 7. See how that, even though it's very different chords, that common tone of that D really ties it all together. Can you go a little bit faster? Let's end it. All right, another trick that we can use is instead of the 1 chord, we can substitute the 3 chord for it. So this is what this next one is, number 9. We have a B minor 7th. We're using just the 6th, the 4th, and the 3rd string for all of these chords. Okay? Then I go to an E 7th with a B in the bass, E 7th being the dominant, the 5 of the upcoming A, which is the 2, so this would be 5 of 2, I guess. Then it's the same finger pattern, just 2 steps down. D7 being the 5 of the G that we're eventually going to get to. Okay, so let's play this one together. 1, 2, 3, number 9, go. First finger down there. So your second finger's on the lowest string for all of these. Do it again. The only thing that's switching around is your 3rd finger and the 1st finger. Do it one more time. On the G major 7th there. Great way to accompany just using a certain limited set of strings there. I know I'm going really slow. I want you to get it. I want you to get it. I can speed through here, but I want you to learn. That's the main thing. Take a look at number 10. We've done some in G major. Now we're going to do one in G minor. G minor. Okay? Same principle as we did before. The 1 is minor, with that color tone there, G minor 11th. The 6 is a flatted 6, but major 7th, so that's what the E flat major 9th is. So there's the major 7th. If I take my 3rd finger off and just leave the bar behind it, that's that. A half diminished, this is the 2, that in minor is a half diminished, minor 7 flat 5. And then the 5, but I have a sharp 9. Okay, so just think, there's the D7, there's the D, there's the 9th. If I want the sharp 9, I have to bring my pinky out. So let's play number 10 together. 1, 2, ready, go. E flat major 9th, A half diminished, G minor 11th, there you go, A half diminished, D7 flat 9, try and get all the notes to ring out, no buzzes, no buzzes. Now you can even elaborate on this for a second. I could go maybe a G minor 11th, hit that F as the top one, the E flat major 9th, maybe hit that high E, G there, the half diminished, maybe I could slide down to the 11th, D7, sharp 9, if I bar it's a flat 9. So if I add all of those it turns into so a little one finger movement here and there can really give a little bit of movement to your playing. It's a good trick to do. Hey, we are halfway through. We have gone through 1 through 10. Take a look and flip over the page to page 6. We're going to switch keys again. We were in C, then we were in G. Now we're going to switch to the key of B flat. And we're going to do a few different ones there. In this one, number 11, I'm doing the B flat to the 6, which is the G, to the 2, which is a C, to the 5, which is an F. Okay, pretty straightforward. But I'm going to do a half step above each of those. B flat, then a half step above the G, to the G, half step above the C, to the C, half step above the F, to the F. Okay, and then the progression that sounds like this. Okay, here you play it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. So your 3rd finger, if you notice, is always on the 3rd string. The 3rd finger never moves. Do it again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Do it again, do it again. Do it again, a little bit faster. Can you go faster? Okay, take a look at number 12. We've got a 1, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5. All right, but I'm just added a bunch of color tones to it. And I thought I would do some higher voicings. We've done pretty low voicing, so I thought we'd do a few with a higher voicing. This is a B flat 13th. Okay. High B flat, that bar underneath there at the 6th fret. A G augmented 7 sharp 9. Ooh, that's a good chord. But Steve, where's the G in it? It's a rootless chord. The G, I guess, would be maybe here, but you know, it doesn't have a root in it. C minor 7th, still with the B flat as the highest tone. And then we do the same shape as we did for the G augmented, but we just do up here at the 7th fret, and it ends up being an F 13th. So let's play this one together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I do that little rhythm. Long, short, long, short. B flat 6-9 there to end it up with. Hey, if your fingers are getting tired, I know they are. We've been working here for almost a half hour at this point. If they're getting tired, okay, just pause it, come back to it a little bit later. Don't give up. Don't give up just because you get tired. Come back to it later. And that's how you improve. If you just do it once, then you're not going to improve. You got to do it a few times. Number 13. Hey, this one works. I keep the B flat as the highest tone, but I move everything else just down and back. So I have this B flat, and then I have this, you know, my first finger barred, first finger, second finger, and then first finger there. So I think of those 3 pitches there, and then I just detach them and move those down. But I keep the B flat where he's at, move those down, then I move them back. Okay, so that one's a pretty easy one. Let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go. B flat 7, B flat diminished, B flat or A flat 9th, back to the B flat diminished, back to the B flat 7, B flat diminished, B flat diminished. Do it again, a little bit faster. 3, 4, 1, 2, then. Ba-boom. A great little turnaround that'll get you right into the next section of a song. Okay, good job. Number 14. Now we're going to just chain together dominants, okay? So we've got, take a look at the last chord. You have an F13th going to the B flat. That's the 5 to the 1. What's the 5 of the F? Well, that would be a C. What's the 5 of a C? That would be a G. What's the 5 of a G? D7. So I'm just, you see what I'm doing? I'm just chaining together these dominants. We call those secondary dominants in the biz. And I kept it pretty straight, so we have on number 14, D7, same shape as a C7, just moved up. G7, C ninth, just to keep that high D tone is the same thing, F13th. Okay, so all of these have a D note as the top note. All on to number 14, play. G7. It's kind of a 3-6-2-5 with them all being dominants. The D being the 3 of the B flat, 6 of the B flat. Do it again, do it again. One last time. There you go. Take a look at the next one. This is number 15. All right, now I take that same progression, I'm going to kind of tune up here while I'm talking, that we did in the previous one, and we're going to add some altered ornamentation to it. So we're going to make them some augmenteds, add some sharp 9s. The C ninth, I just kind of squash him down so I get the first string on that. An F augmented flat 9. Look what's happening. I've got a little bit of a melodic line happening here as the highest note. Remember we talked about that? That's the first chord. Okay, you play it with me. We got a D augmented 7 with a sharp 9. Sounds more complicated than it is. It's just the D7 sharp 9, but I'm just going to bar that pinky down there. Okay. Then the G augmented 7th. This one's a little tricky because I've got to bar that second finger and then add that pinky over here too. That's a big stretch. So I'm barring actually the first and the second. C ninth. On those last three strings, I'm just kind of having the, you know, my third finger's on the third string and then my pinky's covering the last two. F augmented, flat 9. Let's play it together. Ready, 2, ready, go. G augmented 7, sharp 9, C 9, F augmented, D augmented. If you get stuck on any of these, just come back to it later, rewind the tape, and practice it all you want. And end on that B flat major 9th. All right, you ready for the bonus round? Here we go. Flip over the page to page 7. This is number 16 we're going to do now. All right, we're going to go to the key of E flat. We've been in C, we've been in G, we've been in B flat. Now we're going to be in the key of E flat, just to give something different. Okay? All right, so we have an E flat major 7th. This is the 1. Okay? The C minor, well, that would be the 6 in the key of E flat. I've got a simple little bar here with the second finger. We're just going down to the second string, not going past that. And that ends up being a C minor 11th, a really rich sounding minor 11th substitution. And then, whoa, 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 what is this? An A flat minor 7th and a D flat 9th. Where did those chords come from? Well, that's what's called a backdoor 2-5, and it's a special relationship that you can use. So it's neither a 2 nor a 5 in that key, but it works. It functions as an alternate way of doing a 2-5, and you hear it quite often, even in the song Misty. You know, look at me. Let's see. A flat. There it is. A flat minor 9th. D flat. Back to an E flat. So it's not an uncommon substitution, but it is something that you kind of have to look at to understand why that A flat minor and D flat is there. Just remember, it's the 4, the A flat would be the 4 of an E flat, but it's minor, going to the 7, the flatted 7th, the D flat. The 7 would be a D in the key of E flat. The flatted 7th would be a D flat. And then I have a dominant 7th tonality on top of that. Okay, so let's see if we can play it. Number 16, E flat major 7th, 2. Ready, go. C minor 11th. A flat minor 7th. D flat. See, it sounds like it wouldn't work, but it actually kind of fits nicely. C minor 11th. Notice that E flat is the upper tone for most all these chords. That common tone kind of connects it all together. Do it again. One last time. A flat minor 7th. D flat 9th. There you go. Oh, that's a great sounding progression. Okay, take a look at number 17. 17. Okay, we're going to take an idea of going a half step above our target notes, but we're going to add a whole bunch of different color tones on these chords. So I have an E flat major 9th, high E, high B flat there. Then I have a G flat major 9th. Why is that G flat major? That's just a half step above the F, okay? So I can approach anything from a half step below or a half step above. Here I'm approaching that F from a half step above. I'm keeping that B flat as the top note through all of these. F minor 11th, still with the B flat as the top note. Here's our major 7th shape that we used in the previous example just on an E. But if I bar my first finger down, I'm still able to keep that B flat as the highest note. So let's play this one together. 1, 2, 17, ready, go. G flat major 7th. Come on, F minor 11th. You can do it. You can do it. Learn some new forms. Learn some new forms. You can do it. colorful, rich sounds. You don't have to memorize all of these. Do it again. But just grab some new forms. Grab maybe one or two of these and throw them in some jazz chord arrangements, and suddenly you've got a great sounding progression. Okay, so the next time you have a song in E flat or something like that, grab that little turnaround and throw that in there. If I threw that progression in on my Misty, you know, here's that turnaround. Slipped right in there. Okay, that's where those turnarounds go. Look at number 18. We've done some in an E flat major. Let's do one in E flat minor. E flat minor. This is a really common progression you're going to see in a lot of minor songs. The minor down to the subtonic, if you want to think of it that way, the flatted seventh. Then you go down to the flatted sixth and make it major seventh. So we'll play it up here. And then you go to the 5, make it augmented. Remember, augmented 5s typically signal that you're in a minor. If we do that again, D flat with a bar there, B major 7th, B flat augmented. Okay, you play it with me. Ready, go. E flat minor 7th, down to D flat, B major, B flat augmented. Do it again, do it again, do it again. D flat, B major, B flat augmented. Do it again, a little bit faster, and 1, 2, D flat, B major. Do it again, do it again. Maybe I can arpeggiate those. Backside of my thumb or backside of my palm right there. Ends up on an E flat minor 9th there. All right. Now, if I sped up that number 18 progression, it's 1,000 different minor songs, from the Stray Cats to oh gosh, so many different minor progressions use that linking of chords. Take a look at number 19. Okay, we're going to still stay in E flat minor, but remember how I said you can substitute the 3 for the 1 sometimes? Well, here, if it's a minor 1, the 3 ends up being a flatted 3. Okay, a flatted 3. So I have a G flat major 13th. A B major 7th, just like we had before. The 2 of an E flat is an F half diminished, and then our B flat augmented 7th sharp 9. If I want to, I could even throw them. Play a B flat augmented with a sharp 9 there. Okay, so you play it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. G flat major 13th, B major 7th. F diminished, half diminished, B flat 13th. Do it again. F diminished, half diminished. One more time. All right, the last one, we're going back to E flat major. Now, on this turnaround, the only thing that is tying these things together is the same distance. The distance between all of the bass notes is the same interval, an interval of a minor third. If I'm at an E flat, and I go 3 steps up from that, that is a G flat. 3 steps up from a G flat is an A. 3 steps up from an A is a C, 3 steps up from a C, is back to E flat where we started at. So it's just we were able to put 3 chords that were equal distance from each other around that E flat. So we have an E flat major 7th, G flat. I could play it up here, but I dropped it down here just to give you a new form. And then A major 13th, C major 13th. That was a form we just had in the previous example. Do it again. E flat major 7th. This low G flat major 13th with that pinky bar. A major 7th. A major 13th, sorry. C 13th. Do it again. Okay, you play it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. E flat major 7th. G flat major 13th. A major 13th. C major 13th. They're all the same type of chord. And because the intervals are similar, it gets a very wild harmonic sound, but it still works. C major 13th, E flat major 7th, one last time, G major 13th, A major 13th, C major 13th, E flat major 9th to end it. All right, there you go. I hope you've learned some new forms along the way there. We took it pretty easy as we're going through there, but hopefully you'll be able to get some things out of it. If it was still too fast for you, and sometimes if you're having new shapes, they tend to come a little bit faster, just come back and do this again a little bit later and slow that video down, and that will be the way to accomplish that. Good work on your learning. Don't shy back from learning new things. You can do it. You could become a better player. It just takes getting off the couch and actually getting your guitar in your hands and trying some new things. Hey, I'm Steve Krenz for Guitar Gathering. Keep up the great work in your learning, and we will see you next time.